Florida State's 2024 football season has been a huge disappointment, to say the least. A year removed from being removed from the then 14 playoff due to an injury, Seminole fans were hoping the transfer portal could help catapult them right back into that opportunity to make the new college football playoff. But now they sit 1-6 with a bunch of problems, very few solutions. However, not all hope is lost. There's a way to not fully redeem the season, but you can still get something magical from it. Your two main rivals are still ahead of you. Miami is undefeated, still has big aspirations. And a lot of people think this could be the year for them. A win over the Canes in their place would make a decent consolation prize and could send Miami spiraling down the stretch. Florida is still going to be in limbo, it seems, with Billy Napier. A late season win over the Gators could further complicate their future as they head directly into a very weird offseason. So yes, Florida State, you should be pissed off about the way the season's gone. Getting transferred from the penthouse to the outhouse is never easy, but there are still some chances to make some memories and spoil some hope. But they're running out of time very, very quickly. Former Michigan quarterback David Cone, and it's Friday, so you know who's to my right. Play it.
This is flaming vodka!
Coming after both y'all today.
Oh, you're coming after
I'm
us.
coming after both y'all today. We're going to walk away today hitting it over.
No, we're not.
It's half a point.
We have been kicking your ass in this
All right,
every
perfect
Friday.
game
Point
today.
five.
Hey, let's go. 0.5, good.
0.5. You heard me say it the first time. Now lock in and ask David a stupid ass question.
And Mincy doesn't count.
Yes, he
Mincy
does.
Come on here and say whatever he wants, all right?
Who are you? Who are you to deliver?
Because I have the
rules?
contract
Yeah.
still.
What,
If
can I
you
see
don't
it?
know,
Let me see.
on Fridays, cannot use my brother's government name, neither can David, and we're not, because we're professionals at this. We're going to have to invent a new game we've been doing so well. But David, when you look at this
Stupid.
you look at this Florida State game this weekend, you know how big rivalry games are. Obviously, you know, going to Michigan, you know what it's like with Ohio State. We grew up in the Iron Bowl. Florida State, Miami, we know how big of a game that still is. So while you're not going to win the conference, you're not going to make the college football playoff, a win over Miami, man, what would that do to the Florida State program, the fan base? I mean, come on, how much?
Not enough. Not enough. I mean, as ironic as it would be for them to have this disaster of a season but still win the state of Florida by beating Miami and Florida, it's not enough. There's no making up for this. You go 3-9. The only way to forget about this disaster of a season is to have the type of season next year like you did last year and just sandwich this atrocious year in between two incredible years. That's the only thing that I can think of. 3-9, the year after you go undefeated and win the ACC, I don't know. Like, yeah, get up for a rivalry game, beat them, win the state, that'd be great. But, man, this one's going to be remembered for a long time.
Flaming Dragon, what if? All right, now I don't think Florida State's going to beat Miami this weekend. It's a, 21-point spread, 21.5-point spread. What if, though, Florida State beat Miami? What would the reaction to Mario Cristobal be from Miami?
Oh, I mean, it'd be Code Red.
DEFCON 1?
DEFCON 1, whatever the worst DEFCON is, it'd definitely be that. But I do think that if you're Florida State and you win this football game, it might not fix everything, but damn it, it fixes a lot of things. Because trust me, as an Auburn fan, if we only win 2 games, but find a way to beat those guys in Tuscaloosa, I can wake up in the morning and I feel a little bit better about myself. I can put my head on the pillow and be, a lot of things have gone bad. A lot of things are bad right now. But damn it, we got one thing right, and it was the main thing we got right. If there's anything Mike Norvell can do to save the plague that's hit Florida State, that's what it is. That's what it is. Think about it. You go undefeated, all right? Don't make the playoffs because your quarterback got hurt. Historic year. And then the next year, after all that, you get killed by Georgia in a bowl game. Then the next year after that, you get hit with the plague, all right? And you can't win a football game. Hell, 3 wins. Maybe. You might win two games this year. And from a Florida State fan, if there's anything that can get you past the plague, it's beating Miami.
Yeah.
Who's going to win more games, Auburn or Florida State?
Death.
I mean,
Like, how is it this bad?
that's what I'm saying. Like it's from the Auburn standpoint, I think it's you look at the numbers, it's a little more understandable. Like it
A
makes
little bit more, not a
sense.
lot more.
Is it?
understandable.
They like rank
Because they've looked okay. They look confident enough to win football games. They just.
What was
choke.
the stat that came out the other day?
They
They
just
rank
choke.
in the top.
Oh, it's like
offense and defense. They're one of the only teams in the country.
It is one of the most telling stats because you would look at and you look who's winning, like Army, like all these top teams that have done a lot of winning, but Auburn hasn't done a lot of winning. They're 2-5 or whatever because, again, like I've talked about every week in those big moments, they find a way to screw something up. Now with Florida State, the expectation was obviously a lot different than it was at Auburn. Not that people didn't think Auburn was going to be pretty decent. I mean, a lot of people, including myself, thought 8-4 was possible. But now you look up and you're 2-5. But if you're Florida State, coming off what happened last year, going into an expanded playoff, right, in an ACC that you felt good about, even though DJU was the guy that we talked about was a long way away. We didn't trust him. He's not Jordan Travis. We didn't think it was going to be this bad.
The talent drop off to me is what's crazy thing. I watched Florida State, and I know you lost NFL players all over the field.
Jared Verse was balling.
Yeah. I mean, you can watch him play on Sundays. Yeah, absolutely. But it just feels like the talent drop off at Florida State is crazy. They just don't look good. I can look at Auburn and see certain areas where, well, that guy's an athlete. That guy's going to be a problem in the future. There's nowhere where I look at Florida State right now, I'm like, damn, they look good at this.
Well, a lot of it was on the line of scrimmage, too. And again, you look at how many balls Florida State's dropped throughout the season. It's just been a little bit of everything. But, when you live by the portal kind of the way they did, you kind of die by the portal in the way that they did this year. And we'll see if they can turn it around. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Appreciate you guys joining us. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it.